Rainier Beach Farm Stand, part of RBAC. We are here today to do a cooking demo on all of the goodness that is at the farm stand. So today we have some tomatoes, we have some onions, we have some beans, some wonderful black beans and pinto beans, some jalapenos, we like it spicy. We're going to put some carrots into our deliciousness, and then we want to support local always, so we're going to use some cayenne pepper from Avenue South. It has a mixture of parsley, chive, chili pepper, thyme, cayenne pepper, onion, paprika, bell pepper, some mustard powder, garlic, and a little sweetness with brown sugar. We're going to make a nice soup. It's getting cold outside, so we want to have something nice and warming for us. So we're going to make a Mexican bean soup. So we're going to put all these beans in there. You can put anything you want in there, whatever is left over in your kitchen. So we like to reuse and repurpose to make something else delicious. So we want to take our onions, we want to cut our onions, we want to cut the top part off, the back part off. We don't want those parts in there. And then we just want some bite-sized cuts in there. I like to slice them and then just rough chop them. I like onions. I like to taste all that oniony goodness. Keep some mosquitoes off of me also. When you're cutting, you always want to make sure that you have control of the knife. You want to make sure your fingertips are not getting cut off. So you want to just make sure that when you're cutting, keep things away from the knife. So I usually like to hold it this way and to get myself a flat surface so it's easier for me to do some cutting. Then I like to hold it in between my fingers, that way I ensure I don't cut, but I can also see what's going on. You can use any onion that you want. I like red onions, I like the Walla Walla sweet onions to be in this. They just give me a really nice texture and they give me a really crispy flavor. And so you can saute these into your recipe, but you can also add them after you've made your sofrito or your mirepoix, which is a mixture of tomatoes, carrots, onions, garlic. We also like to put some jalapenos in there and then add our favorite spices in there. And then once we do that, we mix that up together with a little bit of olive oil, and then after we do that, we let it cook for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and then we add some broth in there. You can add some water. If you are a wine lover, you can throw some white wine or some red wine in there depending upon your preference. Then you want to let that cook for about 5 minutes until it starts to get soft, and then once it gets soft, you're able to add in your beans and these other things that you're going to add. You can add meat into this if you want. You can put some plant-based protein, some tofu, some tempeh. You can just stick with beans if you like to. Totally up to you. This is a pretty versatile soup, so we try to make sure that we use all the things that we love and nothing that we are not quite sure if we're going to eat, because this soup you're going to be able to eat it for probably about 3 or 4 days. You can put it in your freezer. You can pack it up for lunch. You can make some grilled cheese sandwiches to go with this. You can make some enchiladas to go on the side of this. Or you can just put some good old-fashioned cheese in there and just enjoy a cheesy, delicious soup. Have some crackers on the side. I love green tomatoes, so I like the flavor of them. So I always like to add some green tomatoes into my recipes. Red tomatoes are delicious too, but I prefer the green ones. It gives a little nice color to our mixture. And so what I like to do, I like cumin in my recipes. I like a lot of different chilies. I don't really like to use salt, so that's where the celery comes in, because celery is naturally salty. And so I try to use vegetables that don't require for me to add too much salt or too much vinegary flavors or anything like that. Once I have everything already chopped up, I like to just add it in here gently. Don't want anything plopping up on anything. Not ourselves, not our clothes. Once you have red sauce together in your mixture, it's real easy to stain, so you don't want to stain yourself. You want to make sure that you keep as clean as possible, so if you're doing this for a party, that you look beautiful, handsome, right after you cook this and you take it out and it looks like somebody else made it for you. So once we have this, it's all mixed together. We're going to add a little bit of our spice mixture in here. This has been spiced up really good, so I'm just adding just a little touch of it at the end here. And then we add our jalapenos in there, depending upon your hot level. You can add a whole jalapeno in there, keep the seeds. If you don't like it too hot, you just cut it out and you take the seeds out, and then you can just add the pepper in there minus the seeds. It makes it less hot. You can also use a milder pepper, a poblano pepper, something like that. Cut that up in there. You can use a bell pepper if you like as well. And then you can follow that up with some carrots, whatever your favorite carrot is. You can use a purple carrot, which gives it a really pretty color. You can use some orange carrots, some white carrots, parsnips. Feel free to use whatever you like in here. At the end of your recipe, after you've cut, chopped, diced everything, sauteed everything, you will finish off with something that looks like this. Delicious. You can find this recipe on the Rainier Beach Action Coalition website. Thank you for tuning in, and have a wonderful Saturday.
That was Chef Ariel Bangs, by the way.